Vegas Boy practice. Is he there still?
No, he's producing the next show. He left like an hour and a half ago. Way to pay attention.
Vegas Boy's been gone for an hour and a half?
Yeah.
I pictured him like belly laughing.
He's just a quiet guy, though.
Well,
I don't even know when he's here.
So thank you guys for spreading the word for us and saying that we're the greatest so that we don't have to.
Oh, yeah.
Again, Now or Never is the show. If you want to hear or see more about it, at Now or
This is a special presentation of Alamogordo Tiger Sports on Southern New Mexico's sports leader, ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Hello and welcome to Santa Teresa High School. The Alamogordo Tigers taking on the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors here on a Saturday afternoon. I think it's the first day game we've ever done here before. It just feels like a weird time of day to be here at this gym, but it's all good. Happy to be here and happy to be bringing you Tiger Sports here on your Saturday afternoon. Pretty busy for high sports. We've got the Alamos at home today. That one off at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Meanwhile, the boys tipping off here in about 15 minutes. Warm-ups have just started. We're going to start pretty close to on time, which is not altogether usual for a freshman JV varsity triple header. So, Thule girls are at home this afternoon at 3:30. Thule boys are at Hatch Valley today. Cloudcroft girls and Cloudcroft boys are both home today against Animas. So we got a lot for you throughout the day today, and we'll try to get you up to speed on any of the scores that we get throughout the broadcast. Probably won't have many. The girls start after us over in Alamo. We might have Cloudcroft girls scores for you, but that's probably going to be about it, would be my guess. Tigers coming off good effort last night. The best way to describe it. Down by 20 in the third quarter. They went on a 19-2 run and cut the game to 3. They didn't quite have enough to get over the top, but honestly, one of the best things I've seen this Tiger team do this year. I know they didn't win the game, but the Kirtland Central, the comeback they had when they fell behind big early against Kirtland was very good, and certainly the other wins were. But that last night's game was right up there for me. It was really exciting. The crowd got into it. It was a good atmosphere. I said it was a good crowd at the Tiger Pit last night. I thought they really got into what was going on, and I know it's what this team is hoping to get a little bit more of. This afternoon, hoping to get a victory before district begins on Tuesday. Both these teams would very much like to have victory, being the Tigers and the Desert Warriors. Both of them, Santa Teresa a little bit longer to go before they get into district, but they're sitting on 2 wins on the season. The Tigers are sitting on 3. So both would love to come out of this one this afternoon with a win. Not an altogether unusual time either, with tournaments being played pretty regularly over the last month. It's I don't think the middle of the afternoon game. Only bummer is usually light crowds on Saturday afternoons, and it's a pretty light crowd here at Santa Teresa. Regular contingent of Alamogordo fans have made the trip, and it's hopefully going to be a good one. Tigers are over. We're sitting right behind where the Tiger bench is. They're warming up on the far side of the court. Santa Teresa is warming up right in front of us. We're almost here at court level where we're set up. I want to mention off the bat, apologies in advance. This gym is notoriously bad for cell reception, so I think we'll be able to stay on the air, but it may be a little jumpy and hopefully not too bad for us. So apologies in advance, but it has every time I've come here been kind of sketchy in that way. So it's hit or miss in terms of whether we get a good one in, but hopefully it'll be a good game and a good broadcast and all that good stuff. Okay? So we got about 10 minutes until tip-off. Hope you stay with us. It's Tiger basketball on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Pregame as the Desert Warriors and the Tigers tip off shortly. Don't you go anywhere.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com. What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? We're all about you. Your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2019 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for over 40 years. With financing options to fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
When you hear the term Outfitters of Champions, you know it's the Winner's Circle. They can do all your custom silkscreen and embroidery on hats, shirts, and jackets. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. The Winner's Circle is the place for quality work at reasonable prices with group and team discounts available. They also customize trophies, personalized plaques, and sporting gear. The Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street, or give them a call at 437-9373.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, 7-3 high school Saturday afternoon. Alamogordo and the Desert Warriors to tip off in just a little while, a little more than 5 minutes away. So we get to starting lineups and our national anthem and all that good stuff. So happy to have you here. What a great game last night. I kind of touched on it when we started the broadcast, but down, I think it was 39-19, and the Tigers ripped off a 19-2 run. Got a great effort from a lot of different guys. Gabriel Marquez had a really good game, finished with 11 points. Kind of typical from the Tigers in that they had the scoring very balanced again. 11 for Gabe. Harlan finished with 8, 7 for Clavon Spencer, 5 points each for Landon Moser and Adrian Herrera and Nate Black. 3-point minus, but they did it with defense. That's been, I think, they've had their best games is when they've been able to force turnovers and start to, cause problems for what the other team is doing offensively. Fortunately for Alamo, they got in as big of a hole. Franklin shot the ball well and really was able to knock down their threes. I mean, that was what really pushed them ahead throughout the entire matchup on the evening. So the Tigers will try to see if they can build on some of the momentum they had in the second half and come out strong today and have a good effort here against the Desert Warriors, who come in at 2-9 on the season. They've got wins over Mountain View in the El Paso area. They beat them 64-55. The other win was over Hatch Valley, 59-38. They've played Curses in their season opener, lost to Belen. Parkland, El Paso Cathedral, Highland and Valley out of Albuquerque lost both of those games. Lost to Deming by 24. Lost to Hot Springs by 11. And Gadsden beat them in the most recent game on Thursday. 74-62 was the final score on that one. So the Desert Warriors, just as the Tigers are really in want of a victory here, headed into district for the Tigers, and the Desert Warriors aren't too far off from heading in to their district season, which I'm trying to think. So they play Chaparral and Silver, and who else is in there? I'm not sure who else is in their district these days. I know it's a different looking district than it was last year. I know Chaparral is in it, but a bit different than what it had been. This was a district opponent for the Tigers for the last few seasons, so we'll see what the Desert Warriors can do. The Tigers have been successful against this entire district in basketball. I think they've won 14 straight against them. They went undefeated each of the last 2 years and won the district tournament championship too. So they'll see Deming when they get around to district. Tigers beat Chaparral earlier this year, one of their 3 victories on the season. All right, Tigers have gone back to their locker room, which is what they normally do, and then they come back out and run a couple layup drills before we get to the starting lineups. Warriors are still continuing their warm-ups. And we're the commercial break. We'll come back with starting lineups and tip-off here on ESPN Alamogordo.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Well, welcome back for some Tiger basketball here on your Saturday afternoon. Should mention that Emilio Mina is not on the roster today. He went down with an injury during last night's game. Hopefully nothing too severe, but I don't think Emilio made the trip, and he actually started last night. Played a good game, I thought, for the Tigers, especially in the second half. He made some good stops there. So, starters, let's get you those. For the Desert Warriors, number 1, Spielman. Number 3, Cesar Flores. Number 11, Nathan Castorena. Number 20, Zion Brisby. And number 21, Josh Melendez. Josh Melendez when I first seen him last year, he seemed to be their main guy, their go-to guy. Tigers were able to shut him down, I think, in the matchups that we saw, but he certainly can shoot the basketball, so he'll be somebody worth keeping an eye on if you're the Tigers, and making sure that they keep him corralled, because he can certainly get going. Meanwhile, for the Tigers, Nate Black getting the starts, the 6-foot junior wearing number 3. Landon Moser getting the start today, the 5'9" sophomore wearing number 4. Number 10, Harlan Gilbert, a 5'10" sophomore. Grayson Guetta, second straight day, as he wears number 15, the 5'8" sophomore. And Grayson Kaler, the 6'3" junior wearing number 21. He also gets the starts this afternoon, too. So that's where we're at, and both teams are at their benches getting final instructions from their coaches, and I'm sure we'll be getting into our national anthem and starting lineups here in just a little bit. We'll stick around for a little bit longer until we get into that routine here. The Alamogordo girls are at home today. 3 o'clock tip-off for varsity. JV should have already started, same with freshmen at the Tiger Pit. Meanwhile, on the Tularosa side, girls are at home against West Las Vegas at 3:30. The boys are scheduled to play Hatch at 3:30 this afternoon. And the Clarkville girls playing a doubleheader girls game, probably already finished up there against Animas. The boys were scheduled to play at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Alamogordo wrestling scheduled to be in Ruidoso today. And Alamogordo swimming, I think they said it was yesterday in Las Cruces. I'm thinking maybe it was today, but that's your schedule, and it looks like we're ready for our national anthem. So we'll take a break and come right back. Tip-off is next.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com. What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? We're all about you. Your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2019 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for over 40 years. With financing options to fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Starters being announced for Santa Teresa. Tigers are in the road, black jerseys with gold numerals. Alamogordo across the Desert Warriors are in their home white jerseys with their teal and black logo on the front, the ST with the arrow through it, and white numerals with teal outlining, white on white on their home jersey. Which I'm glad I'm sitting pretty close to the to the court so I can actually see it. All right, Tigers will go from left to right. The Desert Warriors from right to left here in the first half. And, yeah, we're starting pretty close to on time today. Only about 10 minutes after the scheduled start time, which, as I say, when we get a triple header of freshman, JV, and varsity, it makes it a little questionable whether we start anywhere near on time. So I'm always happy to see that. All right, we are ready for the tip with Luke Spielman for Santa Teresa and Grayson Kaler going to get it for the Tigers. And looks like we're ready to go. Ball is tipped in the air, controlled by Santa Teresa. And in the backcourt, it's Castorena. That would bring it across the timeline for the Desert Warriors. Ball goes over to the right corner. Melendez trying to drive baseline. Melendez gets all the way to the basket, can't finish. And a traveling violation going to be called on Cesar Flores. He tripped over Nate Black, who was on the floor. I always thought that was a foul if you were on the ground and tripped over you, but Desert Warriors with a little bit of backcourt pressure and almost goes out of bounds. Good save by Grayson Kaler all the way to the basket. Landon Moser missed in the lane, but he gets his own miss. And a lot of pressure on the ball here by Santa Teresa early. Melendez is going to get a steal in the corner, and it'll be Desert Warriors basketball into the front court. Castorena with it to the left wing. A little behind the back dribble. And now it comes out between the circles. Goes over to the right corner. Melendez, ball fake, drive into the lane. And he is going to be fouled. And this will be before the act of shooting. It was Landon Moser who picked up the foul. And Melendez will inbound here for Santa Teresa. Goes over to the right corner. And now out top, Spiel dribbles to his right, gets to the lane, works his way all the way to the basket, and a good block by Grayson Kaler. Tigers push the other direction on it, up ahead to Landon Moser. Moser all the way to the basket, couldn't finish, too hard off the glass. And here comes the Desert Warriors. They'll slow it up a little bit. Cesar Flores with the basketball. Flores gets to the baseline, then brings it back out to Melendez. Brisby now takes it between the circles. Left wing and an open look at three. It's up and it's good for Cesar Flores. And they stopped play because the net got stuck up in the rim, so they want that fixed. And now we're ready to go. So 3-0 Desert Warriors. There's Nate Black pushed into the front court. Black feeding to the baseline. Grayson Guerra, pump fake, up and in. Grayson Guerra over some bigger players, gets the lay-in the low post, and it's 3-2 with 6:25 to go in the first. Brisby with the ball in the backcourt, gives it over to Spielman. Tigers with that same token pressure we saw most of last night in the backcourt. The Desert Warriors have it across the timeline easily. Spielman picks up his dribble, double team for a second, and gets it off to Melendez. Finds Brisby cutting right of the lane. Black picks him up, and Grayson Guerra going to come away with a steal as Brisby tried to pass it to the corner. 6 minutes to go, first quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Tigers trailing 3-2. Gilbert comes to the near side Moser. Moser double team, but he works his way out of it. Finds Nate Black at the free throw line. Black gives it back to Moser. Now back outside to Gilbert. 5:43 to go in the first. Desert Warriors in his own defense. Out to the corner. Guerra. Ball fake. Now to Black, the left wing, and he'll go ahead and fire up a three. It rolls out. Rebound pulled down inside by Moser. Couldn't get the putback to go in. Atlanta's doing some good work inside. Just needs to get those finishes going. He's had 2 or 3 point-blank chances and just hasn't been able to clean it up on the inside. 5:19 to go in the first. A drive. Melendez is going to be fouled as he works his way to the basket. Curious to see if they call this in the act of shooting or not. Call it on called it on Harlan Gilbert there. And the free throw good for Melendez. Coach Voigt unhappy with the call that it was in the act of shooting. That's always one of those tough calls. He's in the air when the foul happens, and yes, he did pass it afterwards, but for the official to know the intent there, I mean, that's always a tough one. And the free throw misses. Kaler grabs the rebound and had to wrestle it away a little bit from Spielman. Here's Herrera into the front court quickly, gives it off to Guerra. Again, a little up and under move off the glass, and I'm telling you, Grayson Guerra has all the moves of a post player, and at 5'8", he can get in there with the guys underneath and bang. And he's gotten 2 layups for the Tigers on the inside, and it's tied up this game. 4:50 to go in the first on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Melendez comes off the screen from Flores, and a little give and go. Feed it out to Brisby in the corner, who fires a 3. It's no good. And Gilbert trying to push up the floor is going to be tripped up. And a foul called on Nathan Castorena, his first. And the first team foul on the Desert Warriors. So it's Herrera, Gilbert, Guerra, Kaler, and Black on the floor right corner. They give it to Herrera, and they try to work it on the perimeter. It's going to be tipped away by Castorena out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Tigers. A little over 4.5 minutes to go, first quarter, with the Tigers tied up at 4. And now we got a timeout called by Santa Teresa. Timeout on the floor with 4:32 to go in the first on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Even at 4 early in this one. We'll take a quick break.
Every student wants their high school sports apparel, and there's only one place to get it, the Winner's Circle. They carry all the local school letter jackets, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, or Bear. While you're there, get your jacket personalized with embroidery, stitching, and have your letters and patches sewn on too. They also carry trophies, plaques, and awards, and service with a smile. It's all at the Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back. Harlan Gilbert has the basketball for the Tigers. 4.5 minutes to go in the first on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We're tied at 4. Herrera picks up his dribble, trying to find somebody to get it to. Gets it outside to Gilbert. Gilbert now can dribble, has the ball near midcourt. Now between the circles, gives it off to Herrera. Over to the corner, Guetta. Little hesitation move, gets to the basket and lays it in. Grayson Guetta with all 6 points for the Tigers in this first quarter. 4 minutes remaining. And a great start for him, and ball's going to be knocked out of bounds on the inbound after the made bucket. It'll be Santa Teresa basketball. Tigers guard tough on the inbounds and then sort of melt away into the front court. Taylor sticking with Spielman all the way to the right wing. Left wing, they give it to Brisby. Now over to the corner. Castorena will give and go, but the pass is too high. Goes off Brisby's hands and stolen away by Kaler. Gilbert pushes. Top of the key. Little jump stop left of the lane. There's going to be a foul called, I think, on Melendez. Yeah, that'll be his first. And the second foul on Santa Teresa. 3:38 to go in the first. Baseline right, Gilbert to inbound. Gets it into Kaler. Comes right out top to Guetta. Now it's Gilbert. They go to the baseline. Jump shot on the air for Nate Black. Reflects high off the backboard. And the rebound fought for inside. Adrian Herrera doing tough work in there. Driving to the basket. Guetta misses. Grayson Guetta going to the line to shoot 2 free throws. So foul called on, I think it was Brisby that got it. Gaddis missed the first free throw. Tigers will sub in Clayvon Spencer. It'll be for Grayson Kaler. Also into the game for Santa Teresa. I'll tell you who that was. I couldn't catch the number. He was going in. Gatter will roll in the second free throw. Grayson's got all 7 of the Tigers' points. They lead 7-4 with 3:23 to go in the first. Quickly pushing into the front court, losing the ball out of bounds. And as he tried to slow up was Castorena. And it was, I think, Charles Martinez that came into the game. And those white-on-white numbers are brutal. Maybe David Aloha. I think that's who came in. Anyway, Tigers have it in the front court. 3:05 to go on the first. It's Gilbert, Herrera, Spencer, Black, and on the floor. Top of the key and working his way in the lane is Gilbert. Goes back outside to Guerra. Guerra will feed it off to the corner to Spencer. Out top to Gilbert. Gilbert was driving and was going to try to pass to Herrera. It's stolen by Melendez. Melendez pull-up jump shot left of the lane. Too strong. Rebound is tipped to Herrera. Herrera gives it off to Gilbert, and Gilbert is going to travel. So it'll be sent through the basketball after the traveling violation. 2:45 to go first quarter. Now Alamo leads by 3. Ball goes out to the corner. Quick 3, and that's going to go off the top of the backboard. Rebound grabbed by the Desert Warriors as Martinez grabbed that one. Get it back, though, off a miss and have the ball in the front court. 2:29 to go first quarter. And it's Gilbert dribbling out near the midcourt line. Zone defense for the Desert Warriors. Spencer gives it off gets it at the right wing. Now tried to get it to Black. Ball was knocked away. And Flores will slow it up, or I should say Castorena will slow it up and let his teammates get into the front court. And then a traveling violation. He was all by himself out there was Castorena. I think he hesitated on the pass. And turnover. Cesar Flores comes into the game. Castorena heads to the bench. Nate Black will check out, and we see Gabriel Marquez for the first time for the Tigers. And it'll be Gilbert to bring it in the front court for Alamogordo. Ready to cross minute barrier here in the first quarter. Spencer works to the baseline. Double team there. Comes outside to Marquez. They go back to Spencer. They go to the baseline. And it's get a good feed to Spencer. Boy, Spencer was clobbered. Thought for a second they weren't going to call a foul, but they do blow the whistle. And they call the foul on Martinez. It'll be the 4th team foul on Santa Teresa. And 2 free throws coming up for Clavon Spencer. Spencer makes the first. Second free throw goes up and good for Spencer. And the Tigers open their lead out to 5. 9-4 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Spielman working on Spencer. Takes it to the top of the key. Goes right of the lane. Runs over one of the Tigers. And he does get an offensive foul. They'll call the foul on Spielman. His first 15th foul. Marquez will inbound for the Tigers. Give it off to Gilbert. Gilbert, left wing to Guetta. Guetta, bounce pass, tried to open inside to Sped. It was out of bounds, and it'll go to the Desert Warriors. Ball comes in here to Cesar Flores, and Flores working on Gilbert into the front court. To the top of the key. They give it off to Melendez. Melendez takes a dribble drive, then brings it back out. Herrera sticking with him. And the ball, well, they're trying to pass it over to the right side of the court. Eventually comes to a Desert Warrior play. There's really nobody there, but it stayed in bounds. Now right corner, driving baseline. Marquez is going to get called for a blocking foul. And again, the same official called it again where he was, said he was in the act of shooting when he was really going to pass the basketball. Again, it's a tough call to make, but it's a frustrating call if you're the Tigers. Both free throws going to be good for, nope, actually the second one misses for Flores. And it's 9-5 with under a minute to go now. Ball at the top of the key. It's Gilbert. Gilbert trying to work his way right of the lane. Foul going to be called. I think Coach Boyd is saying, well, why isn't that in the act of shooting? Sixth-team foul. Ball in the right corner. It's Herrera. Adrian almost loses the basketball. Now picks up his dribble, gives it off to Guetta. And now the ball comes to Gilbert, to Marquez. Harlan. Now to Gabe. Fires up a three. Oh, couldn't get it to roll in. Went front rim glass and then just rolled off the front of the rim. Top of the key. And dribbling back out is Flores. Gives it off to Martinez. Now to the right corner, it's Spielman. Brisby top of the key. Left wing and over to the left corner now. A little ball fake and bringing it back outside is Flores. Now Melendez. Melendez comes off a screen. 7 seconds left. Melendez. Tiger fans wanted to dribble, or rather a travel. Three off the glass. Goes up and in for Martinez. And that'll make it a 1-point game. And it's a 9-8 difference after one on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500.
Alamogordo 103.7. Nate Black has come back into the game for the Tigers. He had to get his wrist taped up. We noticed he had that last night and didn't have it when he started the game. Nate Black getting double teamed, trying to find someone to get it to, and eventually gets it out to Spencer. Guerra on the floor also with Marquez. Spencer works his way to the basket. And Zion Brisby going to pick up the foul. And it'll be 2 free throws here for the Tigers. Grayson Guerra led the Tigers with 7 points in that first quarter. Cesar Flores had 4 to lead the way for the Desert Warriors. And Clavon hits the free throw. He's now 3 of 3 at the line. Landon Moser will come into the game, and it'll be for Grayson. 10-8 Tigers, 7:40 to go in the second on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Spencer misses back rim. And a lane violation going to be called on Santa Teresa, so another chance here for Clavon. Initially didn't look like the officials were going to call that. And there was a little bit of an uproar from the Tiger bench and fans, and I think they were waiting for, I don't know, maybe one official was waiting for the other one to go, but I think it was just a hesitation. Spencer will get this one to roll in. And he's 4 of 4. 11-8 Tigers, they lead, 7:30 to go. Spielman pushing into the front court. Guarded by Spencer. Sends over to the right wing. Martinez holds it over his head. Now picks up his dribble and nearly throws it away, and he does. It's Black who has it. Black on the outlet up ahead to Spencer. Spencer trying to get past his defender. Hesitation move. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Clavon Spencer. He was pushing off with the Army. I think, unfortunately, he did it once, and then he did it twice right in front of the official. I think they let one go, but wasn't going to let the next one go. 14 foul on the Tigers, first on Clavon. Inbounds goes to Castorena. Castorena having some trouble against Moser. Able to get it across the timeline, nearly carried it. Castorena then drives the basket, goes up with the floater, no good. Rebound by Herrera. Herrera trying to push up the floor. He has it stolen away. Now drive to the basket. And a foul going to be called on the Tigers, Aloha. Foul going to be called on Nate Black. It'll be his first. And so an inbound. I thought that one was more in the active shooting than some of the others that we've seen. Aloha top of the key. Passes to Melendez in the corner, and he can hit that three, and he does. So Melendez knocks down the triple, and we're tied at 11. 6:42 to go, second quarter. Black will give it to Marquez. Herrera at the baseline. Adrian will bring it back out. Herrera to Black. Nate dribbles to his left, to the left wing, and he'll be bumped, and he'll go to the free throw line here. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Nate Black. They called the foul on Aloha. Black to the line for 1-and-1. Spencer comes out of the game for the Tigers, and Grayson Kaler comes back in. Free throw going to rattle out, though, for Nate. And the rebound grabbed by the Desert Warriors. 6:25 to go second quarter. We're all tied at 11 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Ball goes over to the right wing. And now driving right in lane, all the way to the basket. Taylor with another nice block. Aloha grabs the loose ball. He fires up a shot. It misses, but goes to the line for 2 free throws. Foul calls on Landon Moser. 16 foul, and so Desert Warriors will be in the bonus the rest of the way. And Aloha will shoot 2 free throws. Aloha will miss on the first. Harlan Gilbert back into the game. Landon Moser will head to the bench. So it's Gilbert, Herrera, Marquez, Kaler, and Black on the floor for the Tigers. With Aloha to shoot the back end of the 2 shots, try to put his team in front. And he misses everything there, and it'll be Tiger basketball. So it'll be the Tigers to inbound. Black will go to Herrera. And Desert are going to try to take Harlan Gilbert out of the game. There's a little box and one here. Interesting. Here is Guetta driving down the lane, misses on the layup attempt. The ball's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be last off the Desert Warriors. Tigers will keep it. I don't know if that's necessarily I understand staying tough on Harlan Gilbert, but I think the Tigers, everybody can score here. That's one of the positives for them. Herrera catch and shoot, no good, but Nate Black grabs the rebound. Black going to power up and get fouled. He misses on the shot, but 2 free throws coming up for Nate Black with 5:58 to go in the second quarter. And it'll be Nathan Castorena picking up the foul. And Black misses on the free throw. Now the Tigers overall as a team pretty good at the line. They're 5 of 8. Nate having a tough start though, missing his first 2. We'll see if he can clean it up here at the back end. And he does. Block hits the free throw and gives the Tigers a 1-point lead. 12-11, 5:56 to go second quarter. Pushing up the floor and bringing it to the right wing. And stealing it away is Harlan Gilbert. Gilbert steps into a pass that Martinez had intended for Flores, but that was super easy for Harlan Gilbert. He read that well. Left wing firing up a 3 and knocking it in is Castorena. And it'll tie up the game. 14-14. They had to stop the whistle or stop the play again because of the net getting stuck in the cylinder again. Gilbert over to the left wing, over to the corner. Marquez open look at 3. That rims out for him. Nate Black gets the rebound, and he'll lay it up and in. So not something that's been a strength for the Tigers this season is offensive rebounding, but today they've given themselves a few second chance opportunities, and a foul going to be called on Gabriel Marquez. The ball had bounced away a couple of times, and the official was a little bit late on the call, and it's going to be a 1-on-1 on the other side. So Marquez will come out, and Guetta will come back in. It wasn't the late call, but I think it was the right call by the official. And shooting a 1-on-1 is Nathan Castorena, his first trip to the free throw line. And he'll miss, and Kaler nearly lost the rebound out of bounds, but is able to reel it in and give it to Herrera. Herrera, long cross-court passes, tipped away by Melendez, who saved it right to Guetta. Guetta working his way to the basket. There's going to be a blocking foul called inside on Spielman, and a 2-shot foul coming up for Grayson Guetta. Grayson with the offense for the Tigers in the first half or the first quarter, as he scored 7 of the 9. And it just goes to show with this Tiger basketball team, you don't really know from game to game who's going to be your league scorer. It's usually somebody different every day, and Guetta misses on the first. 1 of 3 at the line now. Tigers leading 16-14, 4:57 to go second quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And one more free throw coming up for Grayson. And that one's going to rim out Grayson Kaler got a hand on the rebound, but it tipped to Castorena. Kaler ended up on the floor down this end away from the basketball. And a double dribble going to be called on Castorena as he drove his way to the basket. Zion Brisby going to come into the game. Spielman check. Black'll inbound to Gilbert. And quickly up ahead to Guetta. Guetta drives to the basket, lays it up and in. Tigers break the pressure. And quickly up the floor with it comes Castorena. Castorena drives the lane. And offensive foul as he runs over Grayson Guetta. I think that's 3 on Castorena. And coming into the game is Martinez. And also Liam Leva comes into the game for the Desert Warriors. Tigers leading 18-14, 4:33 to go in the second quarter. Sort of feels like the game is on a little bit of a tipping edge here. Tigers on the positive end of it, if they can hit a couple of buckets in a row, start to pull away. Gilbert, top of the key. Gilbert driving his way in the lane and able to force up a shot. Won't make it, but he's going to get fouled. And that's what he's looking for there. Draw the contact and see if he can get to the stripe. Sort of threaded the needle, driving right of the lane to get to the basket. Harlan will roll off on the first. Gilbert will make the second, though. And it's 19-14 now with 4:18 remaining. Aloha brings it into the front court for the Desert Warriors, slows it down, sends it cross court at the left wing. Flores will back it out. Black on him. Flores looking to drive, gets to the basket. And this will be before the act of shooting. So they'll call the foul, I guess, before he got into the run up to the basket. Flores will hit the first. And one more for Cesar Flores. 19-15, 4:05 to go in the second. And he rattles home the second. So Flores makes both, and it's 19-16 with 4 minutes to go in the second. Up the floor with it comes Herrera. Stops the right wing, gives it off to Gilbert. Gilbert trying to rip through Martinez, and he's going to be fouled all the way out near mid-court, and he's going to get 2 free throws. That's where the Tigers have been good this year. Today, so-so. Shooting near 50%. And Harlan runs off the first. Yeah, 6 of 12 for the Tigers in this first half. Grayson Gana, or actually Diego Ortega's checked into the game for the Tigers. This one gets home for Gilbert, who's got 4 points in the quarter. Tigers lead it 4, 20-16. 3:54 to go in the second. Pushing up the floor is Leva. Leva throws it away. Adrian Herrera gets the steal. He gets to the basket and will get it in. Tigers turning up the pressure in the backcourt here. Melendez gets the inbounds. He is guarded by both Guetta and Herrera. Gets it all the way to the left corner and then brings it back out top. Aloha sends it over to the right side. Now right corner, it's Brisby. Brisby, a little hesitation move all the way to the basket. Able to avoid the charge, but he missed the basket in the process. And the rebound grabbed by Kaler. Gilbert up ahead to Guetta. Guetta goes over to the baseline. Ortega. And Ortega's going to travel with it in the corner. So back over to the Desert Warriors. 3:14 to go in the second. Tigers holding on to a 6-point lead. Clavon Spencer will come into the game, and it will be for Diego Ortega. Melendez gets the inbounds. Herrera sticking with him in the backcourt. Melendez, top of the key. Melendez drives the lane, goes up with the runner, and he lays it up and in. Melendez able to take it all the way to the rack and cut it to a 4-point game, 22-18. 2:55 to go third quarter. Now driving, and Herrera, good pass, gets the lay-in, and Adrian Herrera with 4 straight points for the Tigers. Alamo staying in the backcourt, and then bouncing away, it'll be Gilbert. Guarding on Flores. Flores kicks it out to the corner. Brisby fires up a 3. That's no good. Rebound going to be grabbed by Leyva. Leyva goes top of the key. Aloha goes to the elbow and then passes it to Brisby in the corner. Flores top of the key. Flores now to Melendez off a screen. Try a little pick and roll, but they'll have to reset on the outside. 2:15 to go in the second. The Tigers lead 24-18 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Melendez able to turn the corner on Herrera. He's going to be bumped. And it'll be a 1-and-1 for Melendez. Free throw good. Seven points now for Melendez. He's 2 of 3 at the line. And the free throw is good. So back down to a 4-point lead for the Tigers. Alamo able to get it in the front court. Guetta trying to drive past Brisby. A little up and under move. He's going to be fouled by Brisby. And to the line again goes Grayson Guetta. Good moves inside again from Grayson. Let's see if he can make some free throws here. It's been the only tough part for him today is the stripe. He's 1 of 4, but he's got 9 points. And has really, in such a low-scoring game, has really helped carry the Tigers. But one there for Guetta. And it'll be one more free throw for Grayson Guetta. 2:01 to go in the second. Tigers up by 4. And this one goes through for him. So into double figures here in the first half. 25-20. Clavon Spencer sticking with Spielman in the backcourt. Good tough defense is Spielman. Going to be 2 free throws coming up for, actually that wasn't Spielman, that was Leyva. Leyva will miss front rim on the first. One more here for the Desert Warriors. This one front rim no good. Spencer trying to grab the rebound is going to be fouled by Aloha. And Clavon will get to go to the other side and shoot free throws. And if you're the Tigers, this is definitely the guy that you want on the line. Clavon 4 of 4 at the free throw line and has been probably the best, I think the most consistent free throw shooter the Tigers have on this team all season long. And I probably jinxed him there just by saying that, but hey, you know, I'm just trying to make it more challenging. That's all I can say. Tigers up by 5 with 1:53 to go. It's been a really start and stop second quarter. Hasn't been free flowing. Lots of whistles, lots of out of bounds and free throws. And Clavon makes the first. Makes it a 6-point lead. And Spencer makes both. Clavon a perfect 6 of 6 to the line in the first half. All of his points coming from the charity stripe. 1:50 to go. The Tigers' biggest lead of 7. Flores able to bring in the front court. Comes off a screen from Spielman all the way to the basket and misses on the lay-in. Boy, he made all the right moves up until the end. Tigers on the out up ahead. Here's Grayson. Good feed to Grayson Kaler, and he lays it in. Great assist. Grayson to Grayson there, and Kaler has his first points, and the Tigers have pushed it out to a 9-point lead. Trying to finish off this second quarter on a run. Spielman gets by Gilbert, kicks it out to the corner. Melendez fires a three. Big three there for Melendez as he puts it in. Tigers were starting to put some distance between them, and now it's Guerra into the front court. Guerra works his way to the basket, draws a foul, and gets back to the free throw line. Spielman going to foul him. Guerra back to the charity stripe. 2 of 6 this afternoon. And misses on that one. Spielman checks out of the game for the Desert Warriors. Brisby has come in. Grayson misses on both. The Tigers come up empty on the possession, and we're about to cross 1 minute to go in the first half. Aloha gives it off to Flores, then back to Aloha. A little ball fake, back out to Flores. They work it around. Melendez tries to drive, gets bumped off, and brings it back outside, then almost lost the handle. Melendez will give it off to Leyva. Leyva trying to guard on Spencer, or come in on Spencer. Has to pass it away to Melendez, top of the key. 45 seconds to go now. Leyva takes in the corner. He'll dribble to the elbow, go up with the jump out the back of the rim, and bounce around a couple of times before Adrian Herrera grabbed the board. He'll give it to Gilbert. 35 seconds left. Gilbert pushing up the floor, gets past a couple of defenders, and Gilbert all the way. Couldn't finish at the end, though. Threw it off the bottom of the rim, and the Desert Warriors grab the rebound. Just see the speed and athleticism for Harlan Gilbert, and that's where he struggled a little bit, is the finishing touch at the end. Left corner, Melendez going to fire a three. That's no good. Rebound comes all the way out to the top of the key where Aloha grabs it. Leyva goes to Brisby. Brisby right of the lane. Goes up with a shot. Looked like Spencer, or rather, the ball was blocked by Kaler, and then a loose ball underneath as Harlan Gilbert was able to knock it away from Aloha, and the buzzer sat. So it's halftime, 29-23. Alamogordo leads on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. We'll get you some stats and bring it back right after a quick break.
Sands Motorsports, right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70, or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com. What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? We're all about you. Your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2019 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for over 40 years. With financing options to fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speed, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
When you hear the term Outfitters of Champions, you know it's the Winner's Circle. They can do all your custom silkscreen and embroidery on hats, shirts, and jackets. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. The Winner's Circle is the place for quality work at reasonable prices with group and team discounts available. They also customize trophies, personalized plaques, and sporting gear. The Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street, or give them a call at 437-9373.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. It's halftime on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. 29-23. Alamogordo leads Santa Teresa. And the Tigers, I think, are going to feel like they should be leading by more, in all fairness. Not shooting especially well at the free throw line, right about 50%. They've got there at the half. And just some other opportunities. And I think defensively that, there's just been a few lapses here and there that they haven't made the plays that they've needed to. So, I know they're leading right now, but I don't think Coach Voigt especially happy with what we saw in the first half. I think there's a feeling they can do better, which is good. It's not a feeling of, hey, we're winning. That's good enough. This team's still looking and continuing to try to find the improvement to get better, and got to appreciate that. How about Grayson Guetta picking up 10 points in the first half? He's gotten the ball a lot. He's been really active. I think the one negative for him is just not hitting his free throws. He's 2 of 8 at the line, and if he's hit a few more of those, Tigers are up by a bit more, but still 10 points in the first half, which again, just somebody different every game for the Tigers. It was Gabe last night. It's Grayson Guetta today. 6 for Clayton Spencer, 4 points for Adrian Herrera and Harlan Gilbert, 3 points for Nate Black, and 2 points for Grayson Kaler. On the other side, Josh Melendez, the guy that we were mentioning that was going to be the one to watch out for the Desert Warriors. He's got 11 and knocked down a couple of threes. Really kept his team in the game in that second quarter when the Tigers were trying to pull away. 6 for Cesar Flores, 3 for Nathan Castorena, 3 for Charles Martinez. Reminder, Alamogordo girls are playing Santa Teresa back at the Tiger Pit this afternoon. They're scheduled for a 3 o'clock tip-off. So if you can, go out there and check them out. You can if you bring your smartphone with you. You can go to our ESPN Alamogordo Facebook page, find the online link, and listen to us on YouTube so you can listen to the boys' game and watch the girls' game. I think it's a fine plan, wherever you may be. So just jump on either Twitter, search ESPN Alamogordo, or the ESPN Alamogordo Facebook page to find that link and send you there. So you can listen to this afternoon's game if you don't want to miss, but you also want to see the girls' game. You can do both. Very easy to have happen. Also today, the Alamogordo wrestling team is up in Ruidoso. The Alamogordo swim team, I believe today they're in Las Cruces, but I'll get some more information on that and we'll know for sure. The Tularosa boys and girls are in action today. The Thule girls are at home against West Las Vegas. Thule boys are at Hatch Valley. Both those are 3:30 start times. The Cloudcroft girls lost a tight one to Animas 35-33 in Cloudcroft this afternoon. We'll get you some stats and stuff on our Facebook page. Cloudcroft boys are playing this afternoon. Mescalero's off this weekend. They play Chaparral coming up on Tuesday. All right, let's take a break, and we'll come right back with second half with the Alamogordo Tigers leading the Santa Teresa Desert 29-23 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. We'll be back.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com. What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? We're all about you. Your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2019 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for over 40 years. With financing options to fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Sorry, getting off there as the Tigers have the basketball with 7:25 to go in the third. They're up 29-26. Desert Warriors made a bucket to open the half, and then a throwaway here by the Tigers in the inbounds as Gilbert will give it to Castorena. Castorena into the front court. Dribbles to the left wing. Fakes the pass to Melendez. Guetta's going to foul Castorena. And it'll be an inbounds play coming up for the Desert Warriors. Baseline left inbound. They're down by 3, 7:14 to go. And Desert Warriors. Wait a minute. They had 6 on the floor when they put the ball into play. Isn't that a technical? They called the timeout, but they had 6 on the floor. Brisbee was running off at the last second, and so they gave him a timeout, but they had 6 on the floor. The ball never got inbounds, but it was in play. Because Brisbee came running off at the last second, and that's when the coach called the timeout. I don't know how that's not a technical. confusing to me, but I don't know if that there's one of those cases where you can call a timeout if the ball hasn't come into play and you don't get called with the technical. Kick out to the corner, and the three is good from Flores. And again, the net gets stuck into the basket. Just wonder if they need some new nets there. And Harlan Gilbert's going to get the ball coming across midcourt, but he hadn't established in the front court when Moser gave it to him. So the Desert Warriors have come out and hit back-to-back buckets to tie it up. They actually hit a three on that first bucket. I'm sorry, 29-26. Didn't do my math. And so we're tied again with 6:54 to go in the third. Spielman driving baseline all the way to the basket and couldn't finish at the end. Does get his own miss, though. Back to the basket and lays it in. That's 8 straight points here to begin the half for the Desert Warriors, and they lead 31-29. Gilbert able to work his way past Melendez into the front court. And they're going to call a tie-up. And it'll be Tiger basketball on the possession arrow. Now the calls really haven't gone the Tigers' way so far in this game. And here's a pass by Grayson Kaler trying to feed it to Grayson Guetta. Ball's going to last go off of Guetta, they say. And Coach Boyd's going to call a 30-second timeout. And now the officials are talking it over. I don't know if they're going to have a discussion about who that last went off with. Well, let's fit in a quick commercial break. We'll come right back. Tigers down 31-29.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
Tigers down by 2 with 6:26 to go in the third. The Desert Warriors have opened up the half with 8 straight points. On a turn in the game here, they've hit a couple of threes, and here's Spielman with it, top of the key. Left wing, sends it back out top. Castorena with it. Castorena drives in the lane. Castorena layup attempt no good. Put back tip is good. And then a foul going to be called on Martinez as he came over the top on a Desert Warrior, or on one of the Tiger players. Loa comes in for the Desert Warriors. Black inbounds, gets it to Herrera. Herrera to the right wing. Gives it off to Gilbert. Tigers really haven't been able to set up in a set offensively in the half court, it feels like. Left wing, give it to Kaler. Had the ball knocked away from him, but goes right to Guetta. Guetta works his way into the lane. Goes up with the shot, misses. Adrian Herrera gets the loose ball. He'll be fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line too. Adrian Herrera with 4 points in the game, and will get his first chance to add the charity stripe. 5:46 to go in the third on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Tigers down by 2. And Herrera misses front end on the first. Herrera misses on the second. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Kaler. And it'll be Desert Warriors basketball. 5:44 to go in the third. The Tigers are down by a pair. Garrett Kaler, Herrera, Gilbert, and Black on the floor for the Tigers. Inbounds to Spielman. Kaler sticking with him. And Spielman brings it across the timeline. Right wing looking to drive. Gets to the baseline. Now underneath the basket. Has a shot blocked by Kaler. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay on this side with the Desert Warriors. Santa Teresa's had pretty good success, especially on the one-on-one, getting to the basket. Ball tipped on the inbounds and stolen away by the Tigers. Quickly up ahead with it to Kaler. The pass was behind him. He had to go and reel it in. Now double team, tries to give it to Guetta. And going out of bounds and saving it was Castorena. Spielman up the floor to Flores. Flores looks to drive on Gilbert, and Harlan will pick up a foul. Clavon Spencer will come into the game. Gabriel Marquez also getting ready to check in. And the Tigers have gone the first 2:45 of the quarter without really doing much offensively. They really haven't been able to get anything up in terms of decent shots. Credit the Santa Teresa defense, but also some unforced errors on Alamo. Spielman gets the inbounds in the right corner, holds it over his head. Heads toward the lane and feeds it back out top. Almost stolen away, and just keeping the far sideline was Flores. Flores drives into the lane and has the ball knocked away, and it's Gilbert pushing up the floor for the Tigers. Harlan feeds it out to the corner. Herrera's up a shot. That's good. Is that a three? It is. They need some new nets here at the Santa Teresa. Seems like every time somebody makes a shot, it gets stuck on the cylinder. I don't know if that's because it's too tight or what the deal is there, too short. But the three is good from Herrera. Puts the Tigers back in front. He's got 7. Good transition offense there by the Tigers. As Spielman drives the lane, Spielman throws up a wild shot, goes off the backboard. Ball will be stolen away by the Desert Warriors, though. Spielman again throws up a wild shot, and the Tigers steal it away. Marquez to Herrera. Herrera travels. Just moving a little bit too fast there, and Adrian tried to hesitate one way to the other. He ends up carrying the ball. Gilbert will guard the inbounds. Gives it off to Melendez. Herrera sticking with him. Melendez all the way across the timeline. Melendez, left wing. Pull-up jump shot. Had his shot blocked. And that's pretty close. I think Adrian probably got away with some contact there. Baseline left inbound here for Santa Teresa. Ball goes to the left wing to Castorena. A couple of pump fakes. Fires up a 3. No good. Rebound inside is going to be knocked away from a Tiger, but that's due to a foul. I think Brisby, nope, they're going to call it on Spielman. Inbounds goes to Herrera. Herrera to the top of the key. Tried to feed it to the baseline to Spencer. Brisby gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay on this end for the Tigers. Gilbert inbound at the near side, or at the right of the basket. Gets it to Herrera in the corner. He pump fakes, drives to the basket. Herrera all the way. Boy, looked like he was hit on the face, drove to the basket, and then end up fouling Aloha on the rebound. Just a frustration foul there for Adrian. Grace Guetta comes back in the game, and Adrian Herrera will head to the bench. Aloha will inbound to Castorena. Marquez guarding him. Takes it all the way to the left wing, hands it off to Melendez. Guetta sticking with him, trying to work some screens. Spencer steps in front of the pass and steals it away. And then Gilbert gets the ball, and Gilbert traveled with it. Kind of shielded from what exactly happened there, but I think there was a hesitation before when he started to run before putting the basketball on the floor and took steps. 3:46 to go in the third. Inbounds goes to Brisby. Brisby hands it off. Here's Melendez. Melendez drives, kicks it. Aloha had a shot blocked. Nate Black gets called for the foul. Say it came with the body was the foul. The block itself was clean. And Aloha hits the free throw. Ties up the game at 32. And makes both. So it's back in front for the Desert Warriors, 33-32. Tigers break the pressure quickly here as Guetta hesitates and then goes right to the basket and lays it in. He's got 12, and the Tigers push back in front, 34-33. Top of the key, Aloha goes to the corner. Melendez was going to go for the three and then decided to pass it to Leyva. Leyva missed the layup. Guetta will give it off to Gilbert as he'll bring it to the front court. 3:18 remaining, third quarter. Alamo up by 1. Gilbert trying to drive past his man, lost the handle. It'll be a foul called on Santa Teresa. Luke Seelman comes back into the game. Leyva comes out. And Kurt will inbound for the Tigers. Baseline right. Tries to go to the corner to Marquez. Knocked out of bounds by Melendez. And now he's going to have to inbound it in the corner. Not an easy place to try to send it in. Gives it off to Black. Black working baseline. Gets it to Gilbert. Harlan able to rip it away from somebody who had a chance to draw the jump ball. And then managed to go up with the shot. That was not easy, but Harlan made it work. And it's 36-33. The Tigers have weathered that 8-0 storm and have retaken the lead. Driving baseline and a nice reverse shot from Castorena. He's got 8 in the quarter. He's been their spark plug. Marquez able to get it off to Black. Black at the free throw line. For somebody to get it to, and he'll give it off to Guetta. Guetta will drive from the left wing in. Layup is good and one. And a technical foul going to be called on the Desert Warriors to kick the basketball after the on the shots. We're waiting to see. I think it was on 11 that they called the tech. Is it 11 or 12? I was trying to figure this one out, but it should be a free throw. We know a free throw coming up for Grayson Guetta, and then 2 technicals. I'm assuming they'll have Clavon shoot it. But I guess they're trying to figure it out. And I guess I don't know if they were trying to sub. Somebody had picked up 5 fouls. Yeah, so it was on Castorena that picked up the foul. Aloha's coming out of the game. So I guess Aloha had picked up his 5th on the foul on Guetta. That's where that sub was coming from. And then Grayson will shoot the. I think they should be shooting the technical first, right? Or no, because the Tigers will get the basketball. So Guetta will shoot the 1, and then Spencer will shoot the 2, and then the Tigers will have the basketball again. We're still talking to the scorers table, trying to figure this one out. So just to kind of reset what happened, Grayson Guetta drove to the basket from the left lane in, got the layup to fall. It was a foul on the shot as well, so the bucket was good. I'm trying to figure out where were we. Let's see, 3, 2, 2, or 7 points. I remember where we were at halftime. I feel like we're off on the score here for some reason. And It was 29-23. I guess I had Mark Grayson's second bucket down. Yeah, so Grayson's got 14. I'm confused too, and the scores table is still talking this one over. I'm a little confused on what the issue is here, because Grayson made the bucket. Should be 38. The score is correct up there. It's 38-35. Grayson will shoot the one free throw. Clavon will shoot 2 technicals. I'm not sure what why that took so long to decide. I think that maybe they're in terms of they're shooting the free throws, but and Grayson is going to miss on the free throw. That's about the only thing that's been tough for him today. So Clavon Spencer will shoot the 2 technical free throws. And it'll be Tiger basketball after that. Clavon misses. That's an unusual one. It's just been one of those days at the free throw line for the Tigers, which is, can't say it enough, has really been their strong suit this year. Clavon makes the second. Okay, so we had technical fouls on the bench and the technical foul on the floor. So maybe that's what it was taking to get all that figured out. And Clavon will roll that one in. And he makes 3 of 4. So the initial technical, Castorena kind of kicked the ball. I'll be honest, I didn't think there was a whole lot there in terms of getting a technical foul. I don't know what was said on the Santa Teresa bench. And I think they were telling the coach that he has to sit down now. I think that's a rule. If you pick up a technical, you can't be walking around anymore. Here's Guetta driving to the basket, left the lane, and he finishes. How about Grayson Guetta? 16 points now, 43-35. The Tigers have extended the lead. Desert Warriors opened the half with 8 straight points and took the lead. The Tigers, a left wing 3, and knocking it down is Melendez. Melendez with a big 3. They definitely needed that. Tigers inbound it. Spencer had the ball knocked out of bounds, and he tried to save it. And it's a turnover to the Desert Warriors. So maybe something to fire up Teresa after all those technicals. And 43-38 now with 2:03 to go in the third. There's still a ton of time left in this game. Flores dribbles to the left wing, guarded by Gilbert. Tigers in a man-to-man. Still Flores goes inside to Brisby. Brisby tries to post up on Black. He gets the shot to go as he works into the lane. And a free throw attempt coming up for Zion Brisby as he gets his first points. And it's 43-40. Brisby hits the free throw. And just like that, back down to a 2-point game, 43-41. Ball goes up ahead to Nate Black. Tigers have a 3-on-2. Black drives all the way to the basket, high off the glass, misses. And I think Nate made the right decision there to drive it to the basket, but just didn't get a very good look at it. Here's Melendez driving all the way to the rim, couldn't get the layup to go. Tigers with the rebound, and they'll push. Harlan Gilbert all the way up the floor. Harlan Gilbert all the way to the basket. And it'll be a foul on Cesar Flores. And Harlan Gilbert will go to the line for the Tigers, shooting 2. Gilbert with 6 points. And it'll be an opportunity to extend out this lead. 1:24 to go third quarter. And Harlan gets the kind iron. Front rim, back rim, and in. Harlan makes both. He's got 8, and the Tigers 45-44 are in front. Inbounds goes to Melendez. Marquez trying to stick. Melendez able to race past him, though. Tries to feed it inside, does Melendez. A couple of players hard to the floor, Guerra and Melendez. Then a 3, and the shot is good by Castorena. Black picks up the foul. And a chance at a 4-point play. I've got Castorena down for 3 3-pointers in this quarter. Adrian Herrera comes into the game. And it will be for Gabriel Marquez. Tigers can't decide who they wanted to sub out. It will be Nate Black. Castorena completes the 4-point play. And we're tied, 45-45. A minute 15 to go here in the third. Herrera gets it up ahead to Marquez. Marquez all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. Almost wanted to sneak out of there. Marquez puts the Tigers back in front, 47-45. 1 minute remaining. Pull up 3, and that's no good. A little bit of a heat check there from Castorena. No good, and the Tigers come the other direction. Here's Gilbert. Gilbert into the lane. Gilbert going to bowl over Brisby, and it'll be an offensive foul. The epitome of a player control foul there, as it Gilbert was at full speed and bowled over one of the Santa Teresa players. So it'll be Spielman into the front court. Spencer guarding him. 45 seconds to go third quarter. Tigers up by 2, 47-45. Spielman at the left wing trying to go inside to Brisby. Brisby double team for a second and passes it away. Melendez pull up shot from the free throw line, no good. Melendez looking for a foul. Marquez gets the rebound, gives it off to Spencer. Spencer had it knocked back in his face. He tried to pass it ahead, but gets it back. Up ahead to Gilbert, now to Marquez. Marquez feeds it to Herrera, and Herrera lays it up and in. Good passing from the Tigers, and Adrian Herrera now with 9. 15 seconds left. The Tigers up 49-45 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Melendez guarded by Herrera. Melendez drives past Herrera. Ball knocked away and stolen away by the Tigers. 4 seconds left. Here is Gilbert all the way to the basket, lays it in just as the buzzer sounds, and the Tigers finish off with 6 straight points, and they go in front 51-45. Good rush there from the Tigers after the Desert Warriors hit that 4-point play. We'll take a commercial break and come right back. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on ESPN Alamogordo.
Every student wants their high school sports apparel, and there's only one place to get it, the Winner's Circle. They carry all the local school letter jackets, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, or Bear. While you're there, get your jacket personalized with embroidery, stitching, and have your letters and patches sewn on too. They also carry trophies, plaques, and awards, and service with a smile. It's all at the Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
Santa Teresa misses the 3. Ball's going to go out of bounds last on the Tigers on rebound battle. Had to run over the scorer's table and check out the foul situation. We don't get foul updates on the scoreboard per player. It is 18 fouls in the Desert Warriors, 7 on the Tigers. And we'll get you the foul situation here in a second. Ball at the left wing, trying to drive in as Flores. Kicks it out to the corner. 3 on the way is no good from Castorena. Check that was Flores shooting the 3 to 3 with the pass. Herrera almost takes it away from Martinez. There's Castorena pulling up in the lane. Shot no good. Spencer clears the rebound and feeds it to Gilbert. Gilbert, the near sideline, trying to work his way out of trouble. Gets it to Herrera. Herrera drives the lane all the way to the basket. Layup attempt no good. And again, had everything good right up until the finish and just couldn't quite get it to fall. Spielman at the right wing for the Desert Warriors. Goes the opposite way of a screen by Leyva, but feeds it to Leyva. Leyva has a shot blocked. He was out of bounds. Did it go off him? No, let's say it's off the Tigers. So it'll be baseline right for the Desert Warriors to inbound. To the right corner. Catch and shoot 3 from Castorena is no good. Rebound Spielman all the way out the free throw line, and he'll dribble his way back out. Tigers still up by 6. 6:43 to go in the fourth. Spielman gets a screen. Spielman all the way to the baseline, and Gilbert is going to foul him, and it'll put Spielman at the line for a 1-and-1. So let's look at that free throw, or rather, I shouldn't say free throw, but foul situation. Let's see, Marquez on 3. Nate Black's got 4. Harlan Gilbert just picked up his 4th. Adrian has got 2 for Clavon Spencer, and 1 for Grayson Guetta. Grayson and Harlan will check out of the game. Nate Black comes in. And Spielman hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Spielman makes both, and it's a 4-point game, 51-47. Black is he's going to get fouled. Martinez is going to bump him. And 5 for Martinez. So Martinez picked up his 5th. Castorena's playing with 4. Oloa has already fouled out. And Black will make the first free throw. Spot where he struggled a little bit today, but gets that to go. He's got 4 points. And he makes both. 5 points for Nate Black. The lead back out to 53-47, back out to 6. Spielman brings it in the front court for the Desert Warriors. Oh, okay, they get the carry. Spielman just sort of lost the handle of the basketball and pretty blatant palming of the ball. And definitely an unforced error. Didn't have anybody in his face. Tigers with a bad pass in the inbounds, though. They tried to get it to Landon Moser, and it was an easy steal for Flores. Driving baseline, Melendez. Melendez to Brisby. Brisby lays it in. Good pass from Melendez to get Brisby open. Nate Black in the front court, gets it up ahead to Marquez, kicks it out corner. 3 for Spencer, no good. Rebound Herrera tried to save it at the baseline, but he's going to go out of bounds before he can get it to one of his teammates. Inbounds goes to Castorena. 5:56 to go, fourth quarter. Tigers up 53-49 on the Richland Motor scoreboard. Pull-up jump shot is no good. The Desert Warriors, and saving as it's going out of bounds is Spielman. He'll stay on this end for the Tigers. Castorena raced into the front court, got to the free throw line, and shorted it. So it ended up being a loose ball, and then had a pass on the inbounds, but saving it is Castorena. The right wing, he dribbles with it, Goes to the top of the key, fires up a three. It's no good. Rebound, Spielman inside. Spielman fires up. Shot's good, and he'll go to the line for a three-point play opportunity. Spielman coming alive in the fourth quarter for his team. Clavon Spencer picked up the foul. And the free throw goes in. Spencer with 5 points in the quarter, and it's 53-52. Guetta gets the inbounds to Moser. Moser working out of a double team. Able to pass it away to Black. Gets it across the timeline. Guetta all the way to the basket. Lay-in attempt is good. Guetta with 18 now. 55-52. 5:23 remaining in the fourth. And Castorena will bring it across midcourt. Guetta guarding him. Go to the corner. Spielman at the right wing. Spielman into the lane. Free throw line pull up. No good. And the rebound grabbed by Herrera. Spielman is going to foul him. That's the fourth on Spielman. The double bonus. The Tigers will shoot 2 free throws. Adrian Herrera. It was 0 of 2 at the line. 9 points. And Adrian misses front rim. I'll have to count up all the free throws at the end of this game. It's been a ton. And that one swirls around and down for Adrian. The Tigers' lead is out to 4, 56-52. Castorena guarded by Guetta. Gets it into the front court. Under 5 minutes to go now in the game. They give it to Brisby. Working his way into the lane. Brisby able to get up and get the shot to go. Brisby's been good here in the second half. Good pass by Castorena to spring him into the lane. There's Nate Black working up the floor for the Tigers. Gets past Castorena. Past Flores. Good feed to Guetta. Guetta's going to lose the basketball, though. Castorena with the steal. And the Tigers give it up, leading 56-54. 4:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. Melendez goes opposite way of a screen. Feeds it to Spielman. Spielman got a couple of defenders in the air. And a foul going to be called on the Tigers. Landon Moser going to pick up the foul, and it's going to put Luke Spielman back to line where he's 3 of 3 in this quarter. Misses on the first. And Coach Boyd going to call a timeout. Timeout on the floor. 4:22 remaining in the game. The Tigers lead 56-54, and we'll be right back.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? We're all about you. Your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2019 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for over 40 years. With financing options to fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, 4:22 to go in the fourth quarter on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And now Senator is going to call a timeout. And that's a full timeout on their end, too. Well, all right. think we were setting up anything offensively. It wasn't like a play where you needed to call opposite timeouts. All right, we'll take another break. We'll come right back. And a free throw coming up from Luke Spielman right after this.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, 56-54. Been a tight one throughout. The Tigers, not for a little while, looked like they might pull away, but every time Tigers have pulled out a 6 or an 8-point lead, the Desert Warriors have made a run, trying to take it back down to a 1-point difference here. Spielman shooting a free throw, and he'll miss. Rebound grabbed by Kaler. And Kaler will give it off to Nate Black. Black into the front court. Gives it off to Moser. Moser to Herrera, top of the key. Gives it off to Nate. Black playing with 4 fouls. Gets it out to the corner. Moser steps into a 3. He hits it. Landon Moser with a big 3. And the net gets in the rim. But what a huge 3 there from Landon Moser. Spielman misses both free throws on both ends, and then the Tigers get a 3 on the other side and take a 5-point lead. And the inbounds comes here to Flores. Harlan Gilbert guarding him. Flores drives all the way to the basket and lays it in. Good aggressive move there from Flores. He's got 11. As he's got 4 fouls and really couldn't defend that toughly. The Tigers nearly turn it over on the inbound. Herrera driving all the way to the basket, puts up a shot right of the lane. He's going to be fouled. And they'll put the Tigers back at the free throw line. It'll be on Melendez picking up the foul. And the free throw is no good there for Herrera. Gilbert will come out. They bring Landon Moser back on. That's trying to protect Harlan. It's picking up his 5th foul. This time it rolls in for Herrera off the rim glass and in. And it's 60-56. 3:32 remaining, 4th quarter. And coming across midcourt with it is Castorena to the left wing, to the baseline, gives it off to Brisby. Brisby works it out to the corner. Melendez drives. Melendez to the basket. Layup, and he'll be fouled. They count the bucket. They call the foul on Landon Moser. And it'll be Harlan Gilbert coming into the game. Moser will check out. Free throw good from Melendez. He's got 17 points, 60-59 now. Inbounds comes to Black. Black will work it up the near sideline. He gets double teamed. Able to give it off to Gilbert. Gilbert kicks it over to Herrera. Herrera travels. Just taking that little bunny hop before you start to drive. A lot of high school basketball players do that. Herrera does it in that spot, and the Tigers turn it over and only lead by 1. 3:09 to go, 4th quarter. And the far sideline, Flores will inbound, give it to Spielman. They'll be guarded by Kaler. And then a foul going to be called on Herrera as Melendez was trying to work his way past him at the baseline. And Herrera got in his way, and so it'll send Melendez to the line for 2 free throws. And the free throw misses for Melendez. One more free throw for Melendez to try to tie up this game at 60. And he misses. So he misses both, and Kaler grabs the rebound. Kaler up ahead to Gilbert. Quickly gives to Guetta. Guetta drives baseline all the way to the basket, and Grayson lays it in. And that's 20 points now for Grayson Guetta. 62-59. Quickly the other way. Here's Spielman all the way to the basket. Blocked by Kaler. I think that's the fourth block tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, for Grayson. Here's Harlan Gilbert into the front court. Gets it over to the left corner to Houston. Guetta. Gets it over to the far side to Gilbert. Now it's Black. Now it's Marquez. Goes to Gilbert. Able to work his way past Brisby. A little up and under move, and he lays it up and in. What a game for Grayson Guetta. He's putting the Tigers on his back right now. 22 points. Quick three on the other side is no good. And here come the Tigers the other way after the rebound. Gilbert. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Boyd as Gilbert was getting pressure pretty heavily. But how about Grayson Guetta? 22 points for the young man. And he's been doing it all on the inside. A 30-second timeout called by the Tigers. We'll take one as well. 2:06 remaining in the game. The Tigers up by 5 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We're back after these.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
Tigers basketball with 2:06 to go in the fourth after Coach Boyd calls a timeout. Inbounds goes to Marquez. Marquez races to the other side. Kaler hesitates, puts up a little baby hook. It's no good. And, boy, it could have been high, but the ball comes loose, and it'll go to the Desert Warriors. Flores up to Florida. Flores drives, baseline, goes up with the shot, and Nate Black gets called for the foul. And Nate's going to pick up his fifth there. Honestly, I'm not sure what Nate, Coach Boyd wasn't necessarily unhappy with it, but I thought Nate actually played pretty good defense there. And it'll be Adrian Herrera coming back into the game. Free throw is up and in, and good for Cesar Flores. Takes it down to a 64-60 game. And the second free throw good as well. He's got 13, tied down to a 3-point lead. Herrera bringing in the front court for the Tigers, spins his way past Flores, gives it to Kaler. Kaler drives all the way to the basket and lays it in. Good offense there by the Tigers. Got an easy lane for Grayson Kaler, and the Tigers lead 66-61. 90 seconds left. Castorena pulls up, takes a three. Shot's no good, and he's going to be fouled. And Adrian Herrera came out. So 3 free throws coming up for Castorena. Misses on the first, 2 more. Tigers up by 5 with 1:29 remaining. Makes the second. And one more free throw coming up for Castorena. Try to make this a one-possession game. He makes it and goes 2 of 3. He's got 14 points. Inbounds comes to Herrera, and the ball stolen away. And an easy lay in there for Castorena. And it's a 2-point, or rather a 1-point game. Guetta gets it all the way on the other side. Grayson all the way to the basket and lays it in again. 24 for Grayson Guetta. 68-65, all the way to the other end. We've got a foul. We've got a blocking foul on the Tigers. And 2 free throws for Santa Teresa. And it'll be Cesar Flores going to the line. Gabriel Marquez picks up the foul this time. And the free throw is good from Flores. 68-66. Second free throw goes up. That one rolls home for Flores. Tigers get the inbounds. Herrera trying to work his way up the far sideline, and he'll be fouled by Castorena. I think that's 5 on Castorena. So Leyva will come in for him, and Herrera will get a chance for 2 free throws. Gone with 2 trips here in the fourth quarter. Harlan Gilbert's come back in the game with 1:10 left, and with 4 fouls, might as well play him at this point. And the free throw misses from Herrera. Now, it's been a free throw fest on both sides. I think Santa Teresa's gotten a little bit better of the made shots. The Tigers have taken more free throws easily. It's going to be a lane violation. Now, made the free throw. Kind of surprised they didn't call. I guess it would have been on the Desert Warriors. So he makes 1 of 2, and it's a 2-point game, 69-67. Flores goes to Spielman at the right wing. Under a minute to go. Spielman drives all the way to the basket, lays it in, and ties it. Luke Spielman makes it 69-69. Herrera able to inbound it to Gilbert. Gilbert had it knocked out of bounds, but it's last off of the Desert Warriors. And the Tigers turn it over with 48 seconds left here in the fourth. And it'll be a timeout called by Santa Teresa. So timeout on the floor, and we've got a tie game, even at 69. 48 seconds left. We'll come back. You're listening to Tiger Basketball.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
Game tied at 69, 48 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. I'm Santa Teresa here if they maybe try to run this down and take the last shot. The game's tied, or are they aggressive and try to get to the basket quickly? Inbounds to Melendez. Moser on him. 45 seconds left. Tigers are closely guarding here, so. Yeah, the Tigers are going to have to come out and guard, or they're going to run this all the way down and at minimum get overtime. Ball comes over the far side to Melendez. 30 seconds now, and that certainly seems to be what we're getting here. Leyva with the ball outside. Leyva gives it over to Melendez, left corner. 23 seconds left. Now to Spielman, 20 seconds, and they work it around. 17 seconds remaining. Leyva guarded here by Guetta, hands it off, and 10 seconds left. They'll give it off to Spielman, so it's going to be a final shot. 6 seconds. Spielman up top of the key. Free throw line jumper is up. It is no good, and we're going to overtime. At 69, he missed from the free throw line. I think the Santa Teresa bench wanted a foul there. Do not get it. So we'll take a break and come back. Overtime next. 4 minutes here on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
When you hear the term Outfitters of Champions, you know it's the winner's circle. They can do all your custom silkscreen and embroidery on hats, shirts, and jackets. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. The winner's circle is the place for quality work at reasonable prices with group and team discounts available. They also customize trophies, personalized plaques, and sporting gear. The winner's circle, 1201 10th Street, or give them a call at 437-9373.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. On to overtime we go. Tied at 69. Tigers right to left, Desert Warriors left to right as Grayson Kaler tip off against Spielman. And the Warriors get the ball off the tip-off. Harlan Gilbert out there with 4 fouls. I'm sure there's another Desert Warrior that has 4, but certainly going to be a few guys that if there's not a lot of fouls here. 3 on the way is no good for Melendez. Rebound comes all the way out to the corner, out of bounds, and last off of Melendez. And it'll be Tiger basketball. Herrera inbounds to Moser. Moser gives it off to Gilbert. Tigers need to not hesitate here. They do get into the front court. Ball goes to the right wing to Kaler. Kaler to Moser. Good feed, but couldn't finish. Goes up right of the lane, too strong, rolled off the heel of the rim and out. And it'll be Melendez walking it into the front court. Melendez, bounce pass inside to Brisby. Herrera guarding him. And an offensive foul as Brisby extended the arm to create some space inside. Right in front of the official. That was a pretty easy call for him. And so Herrera will inbound. Gets it to Gilbert. Melendez right on him. Harlan will ball fake and create some space and bring it into the front court. Gives it off to Guetta at the left wing. And a bad pass from Guetta. Stolen away by Flores, and Flores raced the other end and it nearly rolled out for him. That was awkward. It almost looked like he traveled, but Tigers down 71-69. Here is Herrera. Herrera kept his dribble, drives all the way to the basket. He lost the ball essentially, and nobody went to go get it. And the lay-in is up and good for Herrera, and we're tied again at 71. 2.5 minutes remaining. Spielman comes off a screen. Works one way, then the other. Stops at the baseline. Skip past to Melendez. Melendez drives, and he's going to lose the handle. Foul going to be called, and I think it might be on Gilbert, which could be his 5th. No, they call it on Moser. And Landon picks up his 5th. So it'll be Gabriel Marquez that'll come in for the Tigers. Moser hit a big 3 late in the 4th quarter and had to play some big minutes today with a lot of guys in foul trouble. But 2 free throws coming up here for Joshua Melendez. Trying to put his team back. He is going to miss the first, though, and he's missed his last 3. Well, neither team really staking a claim to this game. That's been, I think, a bit of the issue for the Tigers, but you can also say the same for the Desert Warriors. They've most definitely had some opportunities, and Melendez misses both, and then the rebound is off of Herrera's hands and out of bounds. Too easy of a rebound to let that one go out of bounds. And so it'll be a Desert Warriors basketball. Melendez inbound baseline right. He'll pass the ball. Gets it into Flores. Gilbert gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay on this end. They'll inbound it at the sideline now. Still tied at 71, first overtime period. And a timeout going to be called by Santa Teresa. Florida is having trouble inbounding it. So full timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. We're in overtime. Tigers 71, Desert Warriors 71. We'll be back.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
2:15 to go. Desert Warriors inbound. Melendez is guarded by Marquez. The Tigers tied up at 71 in overtime. Ball goes over far side to Leva. Now to the right wing. Gives it to Spielman. And they're working it around the perimeter here. Desert Warriors don't seem to be any hurry here to get into their offense with 1:51 remaining in the fifth. Driving baseline, Spielman. Spielman gets underneath the basket, cross-court pass to the other side, and they're working on the perimeter here. Here's Melendez driving the lane. Melendez shot no good. Rebound is on the floor. Melendez able to get it out to the corner to Spielman, and the Desert Warriors will be able to reset here. 90 seconds left in the fourth, or in the overtime period. Still tied at 71. Spielman top of the key. Gives it off to the left wing. And Melendez with the basketball. I don't know if the Desert Warriors may take this all the way down again if Falmo doesn't come out and guard him. Melendez drives left the wing all the way, feeds to Brisby, who misses on the lay-in attempt, and the Tigers grab the rebound. Here's Marquez pushing up the floor. Marquez will slow it up, and a timeout called by Coach Voigt with 1:04 to go in the overtime period. That was, boy, for Zion Brisby, that was a bunny that he should have had there and should have given Santa Teresa the lead, but it's 71-71. And a full timeout called by the Tigers. We'll take a quick break and come back. Alamo will have the ball with the tie ball game. Let's see if the Tigers think about trying to take it down all the way to the end of the period and take the last shot.
What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? We're all about you. Your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2019 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for over 40 years. With financing options to fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back. It's a tie ball game at 71 in overtime. Both teams with just a pair of points here in this overtime period. Tigers come out with Gabriel Marquez, Adrian Herrera, Harlan Gilbert, Grayson Kaler, and Grayson Guetta. Nate Black and Landon Moser are both fouled out in this game. Tigers get the inbounds to Gilbert. That wasn't easy, but they get it in. And curious to see how the Tigers handle this, if they're going to let this drain down or they're just going to run their offense and see what they get. Left wing, here's Herrera, top of the key, and he backs it out with 51 seconds left. Gives it to Marquez. Marquez nearly has the ball swiped away from him. Drives the lane, layup attempt no good. Rebound grab by Melendez. And I would almost guarantee that the Desert Warriors will wait to take the last shot. Ball comes into the front court to Spielman with 33 seconds left. Ball comes over to the corner to Spielman. Spielman skip past the Leva to the far side. They go to the corner. Now to Flores with 20 seconds left. 15 seconds now. And the Desert Warriors are going to take a final shot here. Kick goes to the corner. Melendez holds on to it there. Boy, had a good look at three, decided to pass it up. Now Melendez drives. Melendez to the baseline. Lost the ball out of bounds. It went off the official. It's out of bounds to the Tigers. Alamogordo is going to take a timeout. They're going to have to go length of the court with 2.4 seconds. Melendez just flat out lost the ball. It went off the official, and the official's a part of the, if he's standing out of bounds there, he's a part of the court, so it's out of bounds off of him. And it'll be a chance for the Tigers to take a last shot here, but they'll have to be quick with it or have to go a long distance. See what the Desert Warriors do. If they try to tough guard the inbound or just bring everybody back into the half court, I think if anything, just three-quarter court defend the Tigers. Don't give them an open lane to somebody, because the Tigers have been able to break that pressure really well off the inbounds. So they're going to put Scott Mullen in the game. He can definitely shoot the three. And probably of the guys left out there, I don't know, I would have Clavon Spencer on the floor too. I don't think Clavon fouled out. Let's see what the Tigers can do. Obviously, we've kept it right here. As Alamo draws up a play and see if they can make something happen with 2.4 seconds left. But again, they have to go the length of the floor here in order to get this one to go. So not exactly an easy request here for the Tigers. One last bit of instruction from Coach Voigt. Same goes for the Santa Teresa bench. And we're going to get this one going here with 2.4 seconds left. Oh, they actually added a little bit, so they go to 3.4 seconds. So the Tigers will have a little bit more time here. This makes it a bit more reasonable. Herrera to inbounds. Herrera to Gilbert. Oh, he threw it away, and then the shot is no good. They're going to foul. What a disaster for the Tigers. It's a foul on Alamogordo, and if one free throw is good for Cesar Flores, they win the game. So what happened was Harlan Gilbert got the inbounds. He tried to pass it back to Herrera, and Cesar Flores, it was an easy steal for him. Flores got fouled on his shot attempt. He definitely got the shot up before the buzzer, and he was fouled. There was no doubt about it. That would have been a robbery if he doesn't get a foul call there, because he got clobbered after he put the shot up. And Harlan Gilbert picked up the foul on it. So I don't think the Tigers are going to – oh, they're going to put time on the clock. Okay. So they're going to actually put some time on the clock. It'll be 9/10 of a second. Gilbert fouled out on the play. But if Flores can just make one of two, that pretty much is going to do it here. And he's been a good free throw shooter this afternoon. Oh, he misses the first. Now the pressure now on the second one. Flores, a good free throw shooter. He's definitely somebody who could settle down and make the second. You're a Tiger fan, and you hope he doesn't. He makes it. 9/10 of a second left. And Coach Boyd's going to call a timeout, but with having to go the length of the court, I don't think it would be darn near impossible. It'd have to be catch and shoot at the midcourt line, essentially. But, that's the Tigers just with an absolute disaster there. That was, they maybe trying to do a little bit too much with 3.4 seconds left. But Gilbert caught it and then threw it essentially right to the Santa Teresa defender. Didn't see him. And the Tigers will see if they can try to do something miraculous here with 9/10 of a second left. It will have to be, it's enough time to catch it and put it up. It's not something like 3/10 of a second. 9/10 is at least reasonable enough that if you can get the ball to midcourt and put it up, you at least got an opportunity. But can't make much of a move. It's catch the ball, put it up. If you're the Tigers. Now the Tigers are going to put all 4 guys here in the half court, so they're just going to try to throw it in. And Herrera, boy, tried to toss it to the other side. It's tipped off of Mullen's hands, and it goes out of bounds. And it'll be Santa Teresa basketball at the far side. Inbounds to Brisbee, and that'll do it. And the Desert Warriors win it in overtime, 72-71. Well, it's a disappointing one for the Tigers as they come up short. And we'll take a break and come back and wrap it up. You're listening to Tiger Basketball.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
Every student wants their high school sports apparel, and there's only one place to get it, the Winner's Circle. They carry all the local school letter jackets, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, or Bear. While you're there, get your jacket personalized with embroidery, stitching, and have your letters and patches sewn on too. They also carry trophies, plaques, and awards, and service with a smile. It's all at the Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back to Tigers fall in overtime, 72-71 to Santa Teresa. Leading scorers for the Tigers, Grayson Guerra had 24. Adrian Herrera finished with 14 points, 9 for Clavon Spencer. All of that coming from the free throw line. He was 9 of 10 at the line in this game. Harlan Gilbert had 8. Nate Black finished with 5, 3 points for Landon Moser, 2 points for Grayson Kaler. 4 for Kaler, and 2 points for Gabriel Marquez. I feel like in regulation the Tigers had their chances to kind of pull away in this game and just never could do it. Free throw shooting was probably the worst that it's been for the Tigers, and they shot a ton of free throws in this game. Just a quick count. It's amazing we didn't get a single free. Well, no, actually they did get a couple of free throws there in overtime. In fact, the one that won the game. But the Tigers shot, 12, 29, 37 free throws, and I think they were about 50% for the game. 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19 of 37 at the line. So, just a little bit more at that spot, and that probably makes the difference in the game for the Tigers. Credit Santa Teresa. They made shots when they needed to, especially when the Tigers did start to make some, pull away a little bit in these games. And, Alamo just didn't make the shots when they needed to, and then just made a really bad play there with 3.4 seconds left. They were trying to draw something up to come down the floor. I think the idea was you get it into Harlan, the defender comes over to Harlan, you get it back to Adrian, who inbounded the ball, and Adrian gets kind of a free run to at least midcourt and at least gets a chance to shoot it. Well, what happened was Harlan gets the inbounds, the defender goes over and guards the inbounder in Herrera, and he steals the ball away, gets fouled, and then makes 1 of 2 free throws, and there's your difference in the game. So the Tigers will open up district on Tuesday against Mayfield. They fall to 3-11 on the season. Santa Teresa improves to 3-10 on the year. And it's going to be a tough district, there's no doubt. A lot of good teams there, a lot of good players, and we'll see if the Tigers can get positives coming out of that. But what continues to be a bit of a growing pain season for the Tigers, a tough one this afternoon. They fall in overtime on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 72-71 the final. Desert Warriors get the win. So long from Santa Teresa. And check our Facebook page. We'll have updates on all the other games throughout the area coming up on facebook.com/ESPN Alamogordo.
This has been a presentation of Alamogordo Tiger Sports, brought to you by Desert Sun Motors, First National Bank, Tularosa Basin Telephone Company, Otero Federal Credit Union, Sleep Well, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai and Premium Pre-Owned Vehicles, The Winter Circle, White Sands Motorsports, and Richardson Motors. Thanks for listening. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, Southern New Mexico's sports leader, KNMZ Alamogordo.
I'm just telling you that when you have a real find in Deshaun Watson, and listen, if the Texans lose this game, you know that there's going to be on Bill O'Brien first because he loves to battle the media. All I'm telling you is that home playoff, hostile environment, you would think that the Texans would have a little bit more punch. Now, you give the Colts credit, but it just makes you wonder, after all that winning and all that overachievement, the Texans falling short, and you're not going to give Bill O'Brien any flack for it? Well, that's why I have a list of coaches here, pal. I've got myself an Adam Gase. I've got it at the ready, because after this game, we're going to have to try to find a replacement.
Well, can you scratch the vinyl maybe and get rid of my statement that's on vinyl?
No. You're on record as defending Bill O'Brien. Oh, my friend, they were 11-5. All right, fine. Well, I'm telling you right now is that I'm going to be looking for some